Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Could Be Worse. My name is Tyler, and I'm joined as always by my co-host, Domingo Santos.
Yes, hello.
I heard you had to bust out the alter ego again this week.
Yes, I did.
What happened there?
Well, my friend, I have many ailments in my life.
For example, you're uncircumcised.
God damn it. First minute, you already got the...
I said in the pre-show, let's keep the first 5 minutes family friendly. I'm already talking about circumcision.
You're already talking about the hog?
Yeah.
The hooded hog?
Yeah, but you've got a rough go at life, and it just got a little bit worse this week. Why don't you explain to the people how that happened?
Well, on top of all my other issues, I struggle with a little thing called night terrors. I don't know if you've heard of such a thing.
Yeah.
It's like nightmares on crack cocaine, essentially.
Right. Yeah. You're like an Iraq war veteran, but your like PTSD trigger is like Mookie Bingers, essentially.
Yeah, going to bed too high, I guess.
Yeah. Instead of the like, trauma of war and pain and suffering, yours is just like burn the roof of your mouth on a quesadilla and you wake up screaming in the middle of the night.
Yeah, the memories of two sharp ruffle chips,
Yeah.
It brings me back. No, but I've had this thing for a while. It's not frequent,
right?
But occasionally I will just wake up in the middle of the night screaming bloody murder,
right?
And like I have like about like a minute or two of just absolute manic panic,
right?
That I pretty much have no control over. Like I black out during it.
Yeah, wake up covered in blood.
Yeah,
body parts littering the room.
God, another hooker. Shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn it.
Has it ever happened when you've been in like bed with a girl? Have you ever just like woke up screaming? She's like, "What the fuck is that?"
You're getting ahead. That's like minute 12. We're gonna get to that.
Oh, okay. All right. I apologize.
Yeah, this is all planned out ahead.
I'm an eager little beaver. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So essentially, what happened two couple nights, doesn't matter.
I think it was like Tuesday night into Wednesday.
Yeah. I went to bed very late, like 2:30. I couldn't sleep. And I woke up in a sheer panic in the middle of the night. Mm-hmm. It was like full dark.
Yeah.
And I shot out of bed, stood up on my bed. Mm-hmm. There's a ceiling fan above my bed. I hit my head on the ceiling fan.
Nice.
I'm completely bewildered, right?
Yeah.
And then I jump out of bed. I trip on what I think was my foam roller that I used to stretch out on.
Right.
And then I pretty much impale myself ribs first onto my bedpost.
This is like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
It's essentially, yeah, like when Jerry beats the shit out of Tom.
Yeah.
With like a frying pan, and then he falls into the oven or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, your eyes like pop out of their sockets. Your tongue shoots way out. Yeah.
So I pretty much impale myself in the middle of the night on my bedpost and crack my ribs.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night. So I can't even sleep properly anymore. I can't even hide from my life during my sleep.
Well, that was what we said. I think we had that bit like a couple weeks ago. We were like, yeah, like your body hits a point where it like can't even shut off properly.
Right, because I do my goddamn darnest to shut it off during the day.
Oh yeah, you're really tipping the scales in your favor. You're doing everything you can.
I shut it down during the day, and it all comes out at night, I guess.
Right.
So yeah, I wake up shrieking and like in pain, like I snap in pretty much with like cracked ribs. Mm-hmm. I'm screaming like bloody murder. I sleep. I fell asleep in my robe, just naked underneath. So like my mom runs into my room.
Yeah.
And I just start screaming, "Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!" Just like she like doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Get the fuck out! I'm naked." She's completely bewildered.
He's coughing up blood, your dick's swinging all over the place. It's a fucking mess. You got your morning woods, you're just on hard, confused, shadow boxing in the corner of your room.
My mother, she's so...
Get out of here!
My mom's so confused.
Don't
She's
look at
like,
me.
I'm pretty sure I like scream like my ribs are broken. My ribs are broken.
Yeah.
I think she's just gotten woken up at 5 a.m. So she doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
She's like, do you wanna put like some some kind of balm, like, you know, those like analgesic like
Yeah.
things for like pain? I'm like, yeah. How about you go get me some fucking balm right now? Like, I'm screaming at her. Like, I have broken ribs. Thanks. Yeah, go get me that balm, that salve, please. Like, I'm roasting her. I'm like completely manic.
Right.
It's a complete fucking mess, man.
You're doing riffs. You're doing the Asian voice for some reason. It's incredibly offensive, but yeah.
Yeah, there's no bleep button in my room, so it was not pretty.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now I've got a nice cracked rib.
And you have allergies too, which is especially. I was cracking up before when you were like making your tea.
Yeah.
Because you just kept sneezing, and I hear fucking shit. Like, just sneezing and swearing. It's like, what just a cruel God to torture you like that. To literally just be like, yeah, like not only does he have allergies, which are incredibly annoying, and it's allergy season. I don't even really have allergies, and I'm sneezing, coughing, and shit. But now you have an injury that makes it uniquely painful to sneeze or cough. What a fun little combination there.
Yeah, no, God's a funny guy. He's a real funny motherfucker.
It's a pretty good bit where he's like, yo, watch this. Watch. He's going to freak out when he sneezes. It's going to be funny.
All I have left is laughter, and even that is painful now.
Yeah.
So I'm literally out here on the cross for you people. Every time I laugh, you know there's a tear in my eye.
Well, you're fighting through the pain. That's sort of the. I mean, it's like kind of poetic, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's how this program works. Is we fight through the pain to make like 17 people laugh every week.
Hey, it's higher than that. Let's not down ourselves.
Right. Well, it's almost 31st week for the last episode. So Hollywood, here we come.
We're on our way. Yeah, I can't wait. To have a night terror in the Bellagio.
Yeah. Well, that's the goal. Is one day you're screaming and punching holes in the wall at the Ritz.
I actually have punched a hole in my wall in my room as well.
I'm sure you have. You're an angry guy. Even if you didn't have night terrors, I'd still put some money on it.
No, I shot up and just turned around and just punched a hole directly in my wall. I punched it so that it went through the wall into my mom's room. So like there's an exit wound in my mother's room.
That's pretty impressive. You should take up MMA or something. You got all the way through the drywall. That's pretty. Usually you just get in through the first layer. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'll try cinder block next time. We'll see how that works.
You turn to Steven Seagal every time you hit REM sleep.
I'm closer to Steven Seagal than you can even think. Than you even know. That's my spirit animal.
Speaking of Steven Seagal, it kind of reminds me of a story of my dad, huge Steven Seagal guy.
Yeah.
Big fan of his movies. One time I came home from college and we hadn't seen each other in a while. And like whenever we we always just get tanked whenever that's how, because we're like, he's like a boomer, and like boomers we don't like hug when I come through the door. You know what I mean? Like my mom runs up and hugs me. My dad just quietly walks over to a shelf, takes a bottle of Irish whiskey off and cracks it open, goes, all right, take a seat.
Yeah.
We're gonna drink half of this and scream about Palestine. All right, that works for me.
All right, it's time for our biannual bonding time.
Right. Yeah.
Get your MAGA hat on. You know I can't talk to you without the MAGA hat on.
Yeah, he's like, listen, I'm gonna have to drink half this before I can tell you I love you, but we'll get there around 2 a.m. I think.
Yeah, you're hugging like at the end of Step Brothers when Will Ferrell and his brothers have to hug.
Yeah, no, we have to be like at least buzzed to show affection. That's kind of how that sort of generational gap works. But anyway, we're getting hammered one time when I'm coming home from college. I remember we polished off a bottle of whiskey between the two of us. Mm-hmm. And then just hazy, but I remember him taking tequila shots and me being like, yo, you're wild, dude. Mom's going to be so pissed.
It's just like a little brother at this point.
Right. And he's just like ripping tequila shots. And I'm watching this going like, this is not like, we were already hammered before the tequila came out, so this is not going to end well. But anyway, we finished screaming about Palestine. I'm sure I didn't make much headway.
Yeah.
And go out to our respective rooms. And the next morning, I come down for breakfast. My mom's kind of giving him a stern look. He's sitting very bashful at the kitchen table. And apparently what happened is he went upstairs, like passed out. And then in the middle of the night, got up to like take a piss.
Yeah.
And like got out of bed and lost his center of gravity and just kind of kept like falling backwards and went ass first into like a closet, like knocked down. My mom said he like swung his arm, took everything off the end table, like knocked over a lamp. There's like a bunch of books and like notebooks and shit. Just knocks everything over. Ass first into the closet, flat on his ass. My mom like shoots up in a panic, like, what's going on? Like she just hears banging, like you said, it's pitch black, same situation as you.
Yeah.
And she just sees my dad like pissed drunk, giggling, laying on his back, like, I fell. And then she said he like got up, like started to fall again. She had to like guide him to the bathroom to take a piss.
Damn, dude, our mothers have to deal with just the most debaucherous behavior.
I know. And I came down and she's like, why'd you let him drink so much? I was like, I'm not like, I don't have the authority to put the kibosh on that, you know?
I came from this man's nuts. I can't tell him to put the bottle down.
I can't cut him off. Fucking pays my rent. He'll cut me off. I'll be fucked. Bite the hand that feeds. You don't know the password to the fucking Charles Schwab account. Zip your lips.
You know, what's funny is your relationship with your dad sounds kind of similar to the one I have with my dad, and I see my dad like once, every 10 years.
Right.
Whereas like we can only talk to each other hammered.
Right, yeah.
That's the only way you can go about it.
Yeah, I mean it's not like, I'm hamming up a little bit. He's going to be listening to this piss, like, cuz every time I mention him, he gets excited and then he calls me and pretends like he's not excited and he's like, "I'm not like that." I'm like, "Oh, the Palestine thing was true."
Well, no, it seems that's his favorite way to talk is over tequila shot. When I first met him, I immediately got a tequila shot.
That's true. He does love his tequila shooters. He is a big.
He gave me this fat shooter. He's like, "You're a Polak. You'll be all right with this, right?"
That's true. Yeah.
He called me
tequila shots and racial slurs. That sounds about right.
He loved it, dude. He called me Polak so many times. I could see like just a little smile in the corner of his mouth.
Oh, they're ready to tee you up, by the way, when I come home in April.
I'm sure. I almost killed your family.
Like, I was like, I think Dom's afraid of you. And they're like, "Oh, we're not mad. We're just going to roast him." I was like, "Yeah, that's fair."
Yeah, I mean, I almost ended the Lozier family bloodline.
Right. And then you told the story of how you got COVID, and they listened to the program. So they've got all the deets. They've got the receipts.
They know they got some transient Polak MILF AIDS from me.
Yeah. But we're about 12 minutes in. I think you said you had we were going to circle back to something around 12 minutes in.
Oh, yeah, we can go back to the night terrors because I have plenty more.
Right.
Just how I did. I mean, I'm trying to think. Because the thing is, I black out during these, but then I can kind of remember what happened.
Right.
So, like, I had one. And this is just something I just pray I'm always alone when this happens, you know?
Yeah.
Because like, it never really happened around many people. But, like, one time I woke up in a sheer panic. Because the thing is, it's like a dream, and then you wake up.
Yeah.
And you still think it's happening.
Yeah, I've had anxiety dreams before where I've shot up and been like, like in the middle of the night. Yeah. And it takes a few seconds to be like, okay, I'm in my bedroom. I'm just sweaty and erect for some reason. But other than that, I'm good.
Well, I'm sweaty, erect, and also just, I have to move. For some reason, I don't just like wake up and like sit there and calm down.
Right.
Like
right.
I'm acting as if this was still a dream. So I guess something in my dream had me convinced that I was in like outer space, like I was in a vacuum.
Right.
So I was convinced that my bedroom window was about to like blow out, like in Star Trek. And just suck me out like into the abyss. So I shot up out of bed.
Yeah.
Next to my bed is a table with my TV on it, and then behind the TV is the window.
Yeah.
So I shoot out of bed. I punched the TV out of the way. I literally push like fucking full out chest pass the TV into the wall.
I'm picturing this like so clearly if you just Oklahoma drill with your fucking television set.
I'm always naked when this happens too. I don't know.
Which makes it even funnier.
I'm always fucking bare ass naked, dude.
Yeah.
So I chest pass my fucking TV into the wall.
Right.
I fucking sweep my PlayStation out of the way. I kneel on the edge of the table, like shins onto the edge of the table.
This is pretty acrobatic for being in like a fugue state.
Oh, dude, I've never been more athletic than when I come out of these, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fucking kneeling on the edge of a table, like my shins just getting gouged by the edge of the table.
Yeah.
And I grab the windowsill and I just start shrieking.
This is like a PCP zombie. This is like when those people like take too much PCP and fight like an army of cops. Literally you.
I'm like on fucking like Russian crocodile.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of my sleep. So I grab the windowsill. My nails are like into the windowsill, and I'm just shrieking because I think if I hold this windowsill tight enough, this is what's going
not
in my
blow
head.
up. Yeah.
Right. It's the window's not gonna blow out, and I'm not gonna go get tossed into the abyss of space. Right.
Right.
So I am convinced, like I'm shrieking in a panic, like I'm about to die. Like I'm convinced my life is over if I don't hold this windowsill together.
Yeah.
And like that's how like again. My mother comes into the fucking room. And I'm just naked, shrieking, holding the fucking windowsill, and like she doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
God damn it! Did you take too much mushrooms again, Dominic? It's the third time this fucking week. I'm getting sick of it.
Yeah, and that's just how I have to like. Anytime I go to bed, that's just a possibility.
Yeah,
like my shins were bleeding
right
from the fucking table. My fingernails were all like fucked up. And then I realized, like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
And then I'm in pain because my shins are fucked up. And then I have to go back to sleep like that. It's embarrassing after because it's like you black out and, you know, instead of blacking out and finger fucking a MILF, I black out and I almost like jump out of a window, you know?
You roundhouse your fucking TV, yeah.
Somehow my TV survived this ordeal.
Has it ever happened like when you've like been in bed with a girl or something? Like you ever just
so
like,
back in the
freaked out and
back in the far away times when I still slept with women in the same bed.
Right.
Way back, you know, back and long time ago.
Okay, you don't gotta beat yourself up that much. It hasn't really been as long as like I mean
yeah. If you compare it to World War II, it hasn't been that long. Yeah,
everything's relative, you know.
It's all relative.
What is time?
Yes. So one time, this is one of my favorite stories. So I'm glad I get to sell it on our fine show.
Right.
Is I'm sleeping next to my ex-girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
And essentially I have one of these where I just shoot up, like sitting up, like wide-eyed, and just out of context, I just scream, grab my balls, grab my balls.
She's like, yes, sir.
Like,
okay.
It's just completely out of context. Like she freaks out, like wakes up. I'm just still asleep, right? So
You're still horny even when you're sleepwalking.
I guess so. I don't know what's going on.
Please have some pussy.
But all I just get up. Can you just suck it a little bit?
Just touch it.
Can you just give it a little kiss? No, but like I just screamed that like 3 times. She's like, she has to tell me this story. So
right.
This is a story by proxy. She's telling me, so like I'm freaking out. I grabbed your balls. And then you just flopped back on the pillow and went back to bed.
Well, maybe that's what you need.
Yeah,
maybe you need somebody to just, anytime you start having one, just grab you by the nuts, and that's like your off switch.
So I wake up the next fucking day. She tells me, like, do you remember what happened last night? It's like, no, what? She's like, you shrieked, grabbed my balls in the middle of the night. I grabbed them, and I asked her, are you okay? And then you just went back to sleep.
Yeah. See what happens when you do what you're told?
I should have said to completion, and that would have been a better story.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's the only time it happened with someone in the bed, from what I know.
That's a very funny story.
Yeah, but
that's good.
I just wouldn't want to. Now I get like nervous, you know?
Yeah.
It's not something I can control. I'm sure I could control it, you know, through therapy, less drug use, going to sleep.
Yeah, talking about your problems, facing your demons instead of running from them. Yeah,
all that, you know. It's not
healthy
really
diet, yeah, all that fun
maybe
stuff.
not eating, you know, ice cream at 3 a.m., you know.
yeah, never dairy in the middle of the night. Never a good move. Never goes well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wake up 6 hours later, you feel like you have that creature from Alien inside of you.
Dude, I mean, I was convinced. Yeah, dude, it's just I'm convinced of these things. I wonder what I was dreaming when I screamed, "Grab my balls."
I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to imagine a context where that would be appropriate.
Yeah. I wonder if it was also a life or death situation. Like, what kind of dream would my life be saved if my balls were grabbed?
Maybe like you're hanging on the edge of a cliff or something, and you have one hand on her hand, she's starting to slip, and she needs something to grab onto. Grab my balls! Grab my balls!
Grab my balls! It's like the ending of Point Break.
Yeah, exactly.
My scrot is slowly slipping out of her fingers.
Yeah. Grab the pubes.
Grab the jungle bridge. It's the only way I'll live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to Tarzan swing from my pubes to safety.
Jane, grab the jungle bridge.
Why were you woke up yelling at me to grab your balls? You kept calling me Jane. I don't know who's Jane?
You kept yelling, "Watch out for that dick," and going, "Oh!"
Yeah, that'd be scary. You just shoot up in the middle of the night doing that, like,
Yeah, I mean, any women out there listening, if you want to take a ride, take a ride next to me at night, we'll see what happens.
It's a wild ride.
Yeah, but no, it's fun. I get to just, you know, progressively learn about my mental illness.
Yeah.
You know, step by step, funny story by funny story.
It's good content, you know? And we feel like, what is this, like 20 minutes? So it's pretty good. It's not bad.
It's about the only content anyone wants to listen to anymore.
Yeah, just downward social comparison. Just look at like, okay, well, they're doing worse than me, so I guess it's not that bad.
This is a sort of, you know, people told me they like feel better when they listen to this, because like, well, at least I'm not, you know, hot knifing and then, you know, punching walls in my sleep. At least I'm getting medical attention when I need it.
And suplex my bong after waking up screaming in the middle of the night. Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Do you smell the rock that I'm cooking?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Speaking of not getting any pussy, though, I saw a news story. This will be relatable for a lot of our listeners.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw a news story that the Secret Service released a report, and they said that the new terrorist threat in America is incel terrorism.
What? What? That's just like horny dudes on Twitter?
Incels are like, that's good. We'll explain for people who don't spend most of their life online.
Yeah.
Incels are like, it's called involuntary celibate, I think.
Yeah.
It's a weird internet slang for I can't get any pussy and so I'm mad and hate women now, I think is like that spa shooter, the guy who shot up that spa in Georgia. I think he was an incel.
Yeah. The guy who shot the
Asian spa,
like
yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
So like the Secret Service released a report of they're like Al Qaeda, ISIS, no one cares about them anymore. Incel is number one apparently. So we're literally getting collectively as like a nation getting so little pussy that is a national security threat.
When is the government gonna just start, you know, airdropping pussy into areas that need it?
Right, like fuck airdropping supplies into Ukraine. We need to airdrop pussy. We need to at least subsidize it or something. You know what I mean? Gas prices are high, sure. We're not going to be able to solve that, but can we solve the pussy crisis? Is that something that we can address, perhaps?
Yeah. Can the military-industrial complex collab with like Riley Reid's Fleshlight Company and figure something out here?
Right. They don't even have to be real pussies. We could say, you know, like pocket pussies, fleshlights. I mean, it's 2022. We've got all kinds of technology.
Yeah.
We'll get in some pussy in the metaverse. They'll figure it out.
Well, I'm glad. Well, you hear that? Al Qaeda's gone. At least we don't have to thank God every day, I was scared of the Taliban coming over and knocking on my door.
Right. Yeah.
Glad that's over.
Yeah. No, a chicken for every pot and a pussy for every cock. That's my promise. Tyler Lozier 2024.
Holy shit, I'd vote for that.
Right? That's for you. I know you would.
Oh, you're hitting the base really quick.
Yeah.
Real hard there.
Yeah.
I'm exactly who you're going for.
Now I'm whipping our supporters into a frenzy. I'm like 2016 Donald Trump. I'm riding that populism train. I know how to get the people going.
It's provocative, baby.
There is something I did see though. They're trying to get rid of daylight savings time. I feel like that's a nice like policy that I think everyone can get on board with.
Yeah, we need an easy fly ball. Something that like, okay, at least they got that right.
We got to do something. We got to pass one law, Has Biden done one yet? Has he gotten one law done? Or has it just been like babbling and...
I'm not sure.
And, like platitudes the entire time?
I have no fucking idea what he's done. I'm pretty sure nothing.
Well, he did that America Rescue Plan or whatever, which sent me like 6 COVID tests in the mail 2 months after I recovered from COVID. It's like, thanks, man. That really helped me out.
Yeah, thanks. I'm ready to just throw all the masks into the ocean and wait for that to turn around, because that's gonna be the next thing. Just baby seals choking on masks.
Yeah, definitely. It is funny though watching the daylight savings time thing. Like people can't even agree on that because they I think like the House, the Senate, or they both passed this bill. Making daylight savings time. So what we're in right now, making this the permanent time, I think.
Yeah.
But it's getting like people are going, no, we want standard time to be there. And like people are arguing over whether or not we stick to standard or daylight time.
Oh my God.
So we can't even agree.
It couldn't
It's
fucking
1 hour.
matter
We
less.
can't even agree on that. Yeah, it could not matter less. They're like, well, when you get up in the morning, it's still dark out sometimes. It's like, okay, and
Yeah.
fucking and.
Dude, people don't want change. They're so scared of change.
Oh, it's dark in the morning. Big deal. You get an extra hour to watch Brendan Fraser DVDs until you feel like a real complete piece of shit,
Yeah.
It's like an extra hour of being a degenerate before the chickens come home to roost.
Yeah. An extra hour where the strip clubs are open in Vegas. That's about it.
Yeah, exactly.
These are the wee hours of the night. It doesn't fucking matter anymore.
No, but it's just so funny. We literally cannot agree on anything. We can't even agree what time it is. It's like, no, it's 2:00, idiot.
Yeah.
Fucking unbelievable.
Oh, God. God, what else is going on? What the fuck else is going on, man?
There's that WNBA player I think is still stuck in Russia because she got bopped with like a weed cart.
Yeah, she's dead. Next story.
But that's the funny part about that story is like they're like, did you hear a basketball player got caught with weed in Russia? And everyone's like, oh, holy fuck, really? Who was it? Is it Kyrie? Is it LeBron? They're like, no, it was a WNBA player. I'd be like, oh, all right. Well, I guess hopefully she figures it out. But lead with that, man. I thought you were talking I thought Harden was going to be out next week. He's on my fantasy team.
I thought I had to adjust I thought I had to call my bookie, dude.
Yeah. You're like this. Okay, well, next time.
You scared me for a second.
Yeah, be more specific. I thought we were going to have to postpone games or something.
Yeah. I'm not. I thought the Phoenix Lynx are they're not going to cover now, I guess.
There's some degenerate gambler somewhere that's like,
fuck.
I'm broke. This is ruining me. Rooskies are ruining me.
What's funny is I saw that headline on Instagram, and then I just looked at the comments. And all of them are still about like the wage gap and shit. And
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
well, if people watched her games, maybe she wouldn't be in Russia or something. Like just people still trying to figure out a way to twist it.
Yeah. Like, well, if we just paid the women's U.S. soccer team what they're owed, then this would be an issue. And you're like, I think we missed something somewhere. I'm not following your logic.
Yeah, I don't know. The headlines or like. What's the other thing people have been yelling about? The trans.
I'm gonna stop you right there. We're not waiting. We're close to 30 minutes now. We're not. We're not waiting off the deep end. We're so close to the end here, brother. I'm not letting you derail this. This is a good episode. This is a good episode, and I'm putting my foot down. You shut your mouth right now.
You leave the tease alone.
Yeah, at least for this week. Next week, if we're short on content, maybe we could throw a few elbows. But you
No,
shut your mouth. There is no.
I was just. I'm just trying to. I'm just.
I'll lay on the beat for another 2 minutes and get us out of here. I'll go and I'll mute your mic and go right into the outro. Don't you fucking test me.
Oh God! All right, fine.
You could talk. Here's what you can talk about: Pete Davidson going to space, or you could talk about Trevor Noah getting red pilled. Those are the two topics you could pick from. That's the pre-approved set list.
Oh God! I hope that fucking rocket explodes with that fucking bitch on it.
Well, he's not. Pete Davidson isn't going anymore. They announced this morning that they're. I don't know. They caught Kanye fucking around with the O-rings or something, so they're postponing the launch.
Yeah. No, his dick weighs too much. It offsets the trajectory.
They're like, the gas prices are, we can't afford to bring Pete and his massive hog to space. I'm sorry. Rocket fuel's expensive.
The petrol to dick girth.
Yeah.
It's just the math doesn't add up.
There's a bunch of physicists like just furiously doing the calculation. It's not adding up. It's not adding up.
We just see it, the rocket starts slowly tipping to the left as it goes up. It's like, damn it, Pete.
It's like in flight when the fucking thing's flying inverted, and they're like, yeah, we've run the simulations 10 times. Nobody's gonna be able to land that rocket with that hog on board. It's just too dangerous.
Yeah. God damn, the calculations.
Yeah.
Can't be done. It just can't be done.
All right, folks. Well, I think that's all the time we have for this week. Dom, anything you want to add before we get out of here?
No, I gotta ice my ribs, man.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter at the CBW Pod. Visit us online, thecouldbeworspod.com. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Nobody sent us titty pictures yet, so we're gonna give up plugging our Instagrams. But if you want to, it's in the last episode, so go listen to that one or whatever.
You can find it. I'm sure you won't.
If you're listening to this program, I'm sure you're smart enough to figure it out. But anyway, we'll see you next week.
Bye.